Hello everyone and welcome back to A Red String of Fate. So we are here at this restaurant, I can't remember what it's called, but we're on like a group date thing. I think this is like a study date. It's been a while since I recorded the last episode, so I can't really remember, but we're here. And let's see if I can remember all the voices I did for the characters. I don't remember what voice I gave this Natalie girl. Hey Val, back so soon? Did you forget something? I think it was like that. Yes, she did. Sending Luke a warning glare, I bite back a smile and greet my friend. So I'm just going to turn the volume down real quick. Hey, oh, that's us. Hey Natalie. Now, I'm just having dinner here with some friends. Figured it would be good to bring some business here. Maybe the boss will even give me a rise for that. Natalie laughs before leading us to a table where we slide into our seats gratefully. Just call me when you guys have decided what to order, alright? Yep, thanks Nat. Once Natalie leaves, Aaron practically pounces on the menu, peering at the items on the list with clear greed. Wow, this all looks so good! How am I supposed to choose? Hey, don't go ordering the whole menu now. I'm not paying for this meal if you do that, just so you know. Hey, we agreed to split the costs among us. You can't back out now. That's before I realised you'd clean up my wallet with the amount of food you're going to order, even with us sharing the costs equally. Next to us, Luke gives a quiet laugh and speaks up, his low voice instantly grabbing our attention. Okay, so I actually gave him the right voice then, because if I'd have given him a voice like this, you know that's not a low voice, so I chose well. It's fine, I'll pay for all of us. Order as much as you like. I feel like that voice kind of fits his look as well. He's kind of emo-ish. Aaron cheers, but I bite my lip, feeling uneasy. I was just joking earlier. I didn't really intend to get out of paying my share of the meal. No, it's okay. I was just kidding. I'd be happy to pay my share. Luke tilts his head, staring at me with those intense eyes that I swear could almost read me like a book. And he likes his books. I have to force myself not to look away first. If it matters to you, then alright. I'll just cover Aaron's share. I had expected Luke to insist on paying for all, considering his usual chivalrous, gentlemanly demeanour, but I'm relieved that he seemed to have conceded for some reason. Thank you. Aaron doesn't seem to have noticed our conversation at all, still too concentrated on mumbling the names of each food item on the menu under his breath. Finally, he looks up at us, a pout on his lips. Help! I can't decide what to get. You work here, don't you, Val? Tell me, what do you recommend? Ask Luke. From what I've heard from my other colleagues, he's been eating here every day since the last time he came here for lunch, to ask me about when I'd be free for dinner. Luke grins sheepishly and shrugs, giving a simple explanation. The food here is good. I still think he's just trying to stalk me, but failing to catch me at my shifts. I would never. Luke and I share a grin, and Aaron looks between the two of us curiously. Oh yeah, about that. Are you guys, you know, cool now? I snort at his words. Yes, Aaron, we're cool now. It was just a disagreement anyway, not really a fight. Oh, okay, great. Aaron lights up with a grin, and I can feel my guard rising at the devilish glint entering his eyes. Uh-oh, I don't like that look. Is he really planning to play Cupid, trying to matchmake Luke and me? Aaron pushes the menu over to Luke, asking him for his opinion. After a while, we're finally ready to make our orders, and I wave Natalie over. Soon we're happily digging in, with Aaron loudly exclaiming appreciative comments about the food. With the amount of banter and playful insults flying through the air among the three of us, I'm thoroughly enjoying myself, having forgotten even my tiredness and plans to sleep the rest of the day away. When our plates finally become empty, we're still reluctant to move from our seats, unwilling to let the fun evening end. It's not until I notice the long line forming outside the restaurant, waiting for tables, that I push myself up with my palms against the table with a sigh. Come on, we shouldn't hog this table since we finished eating. Yes, I suppose we should leave. Oh, right. The previously familiar glint creeps back into Aaron's eyes, and I narrow my eyes at him, instantly cautious. You know what? I just suddenly remembered I have something to do. Oh? What is it? You know, just a boss raid with my guild on this new MMORPG I've been playing. Game stuff. I don't want to be late, so I better rush. Fucking nerd. Luke, I'll pay you back later, okay? Remind me. I'll just leave the two of you to handle the rest then. He gives me a not-so-discreet wink and rushes out of the restaurant as though it's on fire. A beat of awkward silence. Oh, okay, he's leaving us alone so we can be together. A beat of awkward silence, and then Luke gives a low chuckle. Well then. That Aaron. Have you noticed? He jerks his head in the direction where Aaron just left, and the unspoken question hangs in the air between us. No further explanation necessary. Have I noticed Aaron trying to matchmake Luke and me? Yes, I definitely have. Still, I have to tread very carefully here. Luke may not be romantically interested in me after all, but I have to be careful not to let him think that I am interested in him that way. How should I respond to Luke's question? Pretend you didn't notice Aaron's behaviour, make a joke about Aaron's matchmaking attempts, discuss how to set Aaron straight and stop any further matchmaking attempts. Let's make a joke. Humour is good, humour is safe. So I smirk and nod. His pathetic matchmaking attempts? Yeah, I have. Honestly, he needs to watch at least 100 more chick flicks before trying his hand at setting up his friends together. He's not good at this. Plus, he's so obvious about it. Like, I kind of knew ever since you told me that he asked you to come to the restaurant last time. Yeah, I thought that was strange as well, but I didn't bother to protest. He's an idiot. Is it bad that I'm somewhat interested to see what he'll try next time? Just gonna take a really quick drink. I don't usually edit those out, A, because I'm lazy, B, because it only takes like a couple of seconds. I do try to be quick, but if you have to read for ages, then your mouth gets kind of dry. I burst out laughing, shaking my head. No, I want to see him try to get us together more too. I pause, realising how my words could be taken the wrong way. I hurry to clarify, unable to meet Luke in the eyes. I mean, because his antics are amusing, that's all. There's a small, almost unnoticeable pause before Luke replies. Right. Coughing, I give an awkward chuckle and turn my head away, pretending to be busy looking for my purse. Well, anyway. How much is it? I'll pay for my third. Luke reaches for the piece of paper at the corner of the table and peeks. Oh, okay, it's going to be too expensive for us, and Luke's going to pay it. His eyebrows raise almost imperceptibly, and then he hands it to me without a word. I take one glance at it and burst out into a string of curses, making Luke chuckle. I didn't even know a meal can cost this much here, and I've worked here for months, covering tables for parties of 7 or more. Exactly how much did Aaron order? Luke's grin grows, and he tips his head at Natalie, who's waiting for us to finish discussing before coming over. You sure you still want to split the tab? I don't mind paying. I sigh and nod, silently muttering curses like a sailor. It's fine, I'm just gonna kill Aaron. I'll help you bury the body. I mean, I know they're joking, but they probably shouldn't say stuff like that in public. We share a grin, and he leans forward slightly, staring into my eyes with an intensity that makes me shift uncomfortably. Thank you. I had a great time. Oh, yeah, I did too. Thanks. Heat starts to rise to my cheeks, and I look away, disconcerted by my own reaction. Why did it almost feel like a date when he said it like that? That's something that kind of annoys me in, like, romance games or shows or movies or books or anything. It's not like a problem exactly, it just annoys me when they're so ignorant about their feelings. They're like, why does this almost feel romantic? It's because you like each other, you idiots. Val! I hear Aaron shouting my name, and I look up to see him pushing his way through the crowd, waving at me with a bright smile. Wincing at the sea of red strings floating around me, I lift my hand in a wave and wait for him to approach him. Aaron finally manages to fight his way through the crowd and collapses against the wall next to me, panting. Hey Val, I've missed you. He leans in for a quick hug. Hey Aaron, it's good to see you again. I've missed you too. It may have only been a week since the group dinner we had together, but I really have missed him. He's like this bubbly ray of sunshine that's hard not to notice the absence of. His hair kind of looks like the sun, like the rays of it. How are you? I'm fine. You? You look like you've just been through a war. He smooths his hair and takes a deep breath, making me bite back a grin at his frazzled appearance. I'm good, I think. Jesus, there's a lot more people than usual. You know how it is. People only turn up to the lectures when the professor says he'll talk about the exam. Aaron eyes the mass of students critically, and I can only imagine what he's thinking, given that he's probably never skipped a class in his entire life. Okay, story time. I once, snuck off school at school. So, okay, I was an awkward child, and I'm still an awkward child today, to be honest, but I was an awkward child and I didn't like to say people's names, and there was a presentation I had to give where I had to say a name that was the same as the name of somebody in my class, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I went to school, but instead of going to class, I sat in the library and then went to the toilet and sat in there and like alternated between them so I wouldn't get caught. But in the end, a student in my class found me, and the teacher had to speak to me alone. Have you seen Luke? Aaron. I give him a warning glare at the suggestive tone in his voice, and he smiles innocently, spreading his hands out in front of him. What? It was a genuine question without any ulterior motives, since, you know, you talk to him so often. He waggles his eyebrows, and I roll my eyes, trying to stifle a smile. Yes, I'm sure it was a completely innocent question, no hidden meanings whatsoever. To answer your question, no, I haven't seen Luke yet. It's not like him to be late. That made my lips vibrate. You did text him about meeting up after class today, right? Of course I did. He replied last night, so he couldn't have missed the text. Aaron shrugs and yawns. I guess he got caught up in something. Though whatever it is, he needs to hurry up. I'm dying to look at the feedback. Rolling my eyes, I give him a teasing grin. Then look, you could have just forwarded the email to us, you know? No, we have to open it and read it together at the exact same time. Yesterday, a long 2 weeks after our presentation, the professor finally emailed Aaron with the grades and feedback for our presentation. Okay, so it seems like it's getting near to the end. For some reason, Aaron insists on waiting until the three of us are together before opening the document attached to the email, which is why we arranged to meet up after the lecture today. Hiding a smile at Aaron's antics, I stand on my tiptoes to search for Luke's familiar head of dark hair in the crowd. Do you see him? No luck so far. Maybe we should leave the building first. It's impossible to find him with so many people around. We can text him and tell him to meet us outside the building. This building. Good idea! With an impatient spring in his steps, Aaron grabs my arm and starts pulling me towards the exit. He's so intent on getting us out of the building that he almost misses the sight of Luke in a corner until I twist my arm from his grasp, trying to get Aaron's attention. Aaron, stop. Look, isn't that Luke over there? What? Huh? You're right. What's he doing there? Did he forget he's supposed to meet us after class? Squinting, I can barely make out a figure next to him, who seems to be talking animatedly to Luke. Is there someone with him? Who's that? Maybe it's Natalie? I don't know, but let's go find out. Aaron changes course and starts heading towards Luke. Alarmed, I grab his shoulder and pull him to a halt. I was going to stop it around here, but, I wouldn't know. Wait, should we really rudely interrupt like that? What if it's something important? Oh. Aaron frowns, eyeing Luke and his companion. Should we wait for them to finish their conversation, then? On my tiptoes again, I try to peek over other students' heads at Luke. Although I can't see very well, Luke's posture seems stiff, his hands in his pockets and his face turned away from whoever he's talking to. My curiosity getting the better of me, I slowly inch forward, hoping to get within earshot so I can eavesdrop on their conversation. As we get closer, it becomes painfully obvious that Luke is extremely uncomfortable, his body angled away from the girl who has a hand on his arm and is chattering away to him with a sort of false brightness and strange desperation. Who's that girl? Aaron's whisper in my ear echoes my thoughts, and I can only shrug, as clueless as he is. Maybe it's his girlfriend? He never mentioned one to me, though. Has he said anything about a girlfriend to you? Girlfriend? My breath catches, and I'm surprised by how suffocating the air feels all of a sudden and the twist of my stomach. Shaking my head, I creep closer until thankfully the girl's words are loud enough to finally drift to our ears. Would love to catch up with you again. We've missed you a lot, you know. I was thrilled when I realised we'd be going to the same college. A jolt runs through me when Luke's surprised dark eyes catch mine. Before I can sheepishly run away from getting caught eavesdropping, Luke's eyes widen and seem to plead with me, and he mouths something that vaguely looks like, "Help me." Did you see that, Val? I think our bro needs our help. Wait, what are you... Not even waiting for my sentence to finish, Aaron leaps out of our hiding place and casually strolls up to Luke, who now has relief written all over his face. Luke, there you are. We've been looking everywhere for you. Did you forget our date, huh? The girl Luke is with pauses mid-word, her mouth staying open as her eyes dart between Luke and Aaron with confusion. It's not nice to stand someone up, you know. Come on. Wait, you and him? What? Since when are you... What? What are you talking about? The girl continues looking back and forth at Luke and Aaron, and my palm flies to my forehead at the realisation. Good job, Aaron. Now you made her think the two of you are dating. Feeling a laugh bubble inside me, I shake my head and rush forward to grab a hold of both Aaron and Luke's arms, smiling apologetically at the baffled girl. Hey, sorry, excuse these two idiots. We're in a group project together, and we were supposed to meet like 15 minutes ago, so we've been looking for Luke. We're going to be late for our booking in the library, so if you don't mind, we have to move. I like that the game wasn't sort of homophobic about it. It was nice meeting you. Bye. Leaving the bewildered girl behind, I drag the two idiotic males behind me towards the exit. There's a long moment of awkward silence as we stand outside the building before Aaron bursts out laughing, bending over and clutching his stomach. I wonder if there's like a secret ending where Luke and Aaron could start dating, because that would be kind of funny. I have no idea what just happened, but that made my day. That just made my day. Feeling a reluctant grin tug at my lips, I shake my head at them and sigh. You're welcome, both of you. Luke finally lifts his gaze from the ground and nods, his voice short. Soft, even. Thanks, Val. I knew I could count on you. Nope. Flattery and one simple thank you is not enough. You owe me an explanation now. Who was that girl? Why was she clinging on to you like that? And why did you need our help extricating yourself from that situation? Luke's lower lip disappears between his teeth and he looks reluctant to answer. Nobody important. Thank you for your help. I tilt my head at his secretiveness, the hurt welling up inside me, almost overwhelming my rationality for a moment. I thought he considers me a close friend. Why is he keeping his relationship from me? As always, Aaron fails to read the mood, and he suddenly slaps us both on the backs joyously. Well, now that we're here, let's look at the fruits of our labour, shall we? He pulls out his phone and starts humming a dramatic theme song from a famous thriller movie as he scrolls through his list of emails. Found it! I'm going to open it now, right? I can't help but roll my eyes, stifling a laugh. I don't really care. You can just tell us. Aaron shoves the screen in front of our faces with a wide grin. An A+ as expected. I'm not surprised at all. That's great. I'm really glad we did well. Luke only makes a non-committal hum in response. I shoot him a worried look, but Aaron doesn't seem to notice Luke's lack of enthusiasm. Aaron starts to read the teacher's comments out loud, but neither Luke nor I are paying attention. Luke seems distracted, a faraway glint in his eyes, and his mind clearly a million miles away. I watch him, both concerned and frustrated. There's something bothering him, which probably has to do with the girl we saw earlier, but true to his secretive nature, he's not letting us in. Next to us, Aaron continues reading loudly, still oblivious to the situation, until he suddenly declares that he'll go buy a soda from the nearest vending machine he can find as celebration. I'll be right back, my friends. What? Before I can respond, Aaron has scurried off happily, leaving Luke and me alone. Okay, I think I'm going to end this part here. It's kind of an awkward place to stop it, but I feel like we're getting kind of near the end, and I don't really want the end episode to be like 5 minutes long, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.